I'm just here at the store. We have opened up Mystic Healing Stones as a community healing space. People who are going out to the protests, people who have been traumatized by the murder of Renee Good, people who are looking for healing are welcome to come to the store today until 6, and then on Sunday until 4 o'clock, from 11 to 4. We are having energy healing, warm herbal teas, tarot readings, crystal cleanses here in the space, just because the year has not started the way that we wanted, and a lot of people are afraid and traumatized. I wanted to shut the store down, just thinking that nobody would come, and for the most part, I guess I was right, but I figured that people probably need crystal healing now more than ever. And so, we are open, and I've invited some other healing practitioners into the space to, just be here and hold space for folks that might need it. And so I got a new shipment in, so I was processing that. We have some amazing fluorite that just came in, so I'm getting all that photographed and priced and up on the website. It has been quite a time. I just got back from Mexico yesterday. I was actually going to give you all an update on, what all happened and what it's like to get stem cell therapy in Mexico, but then Renee was murdered, and my store is a 6-minute walk from where it happened. So I figured that was probably a little bit more important. And so the only thing that I could think of to do, because I know that people are protesting, the only thing that I could think of to do was just to be here and be present as a resource for anybody that, is looking to help manage the stress. And let me tell you something, it's been stressful. There's just been like a lot of activity around the square all day. Like I've had like one person come in. They bought a crystal pen, so I was glad that I was able to be here, but he was just like, you should close at 6. It's been really tense out on the streets, which is true. There's been a lot of tension. People with signs have been going back and forth. There's just been like a lot of activity. There are helicopters in the air. I saw a black truck being followed by like 10 cars, and they were all honking and like blowing their whistles and things. So I feel like it was safe to assume that that person was an ICE vehicle, but he was being followed by like 10 cars legally observing, their actions. And so, things are just really tense. We are under siege. I have a lot of PTSD from the George Floyd uprising. So I've just been in the store, reorganizing things, labeling things, and, just being present for the folks that might need me. So, tomorrow we're going to have a Reiki healer, a tarot card reader, and like I do also read tarot cards. I mean, I do it like on a very, very rare basis. Some of you folks have gotten readings from me, and you know the deal. I usually don't use cards. I can read so many different ways. But I thought it would be good to do a reading in regards to this ICE situation and what the outcome is going to be, for the Twin Cities. I just got a new deck of cards. This is the Earth Mother deck here. And I'm going to ask the cards what's going to be the outcome of the ICE raids here for us in this community. If folks have a question that they want answered, they can let me know. But that's the first question that I'm gonna ask the cards right now. I hope everybody is staying warm, staying safe, spending time with family. (2026), I mean, is starting out way worse than 2025, in my opinion. So it starts with me getting scammed while getting medical care in Mexico. Being trapped outside of the country with like no money and on the streets of Mexico with my disabled mom. And then America bombs Venezuela while I'm out of the country, and Renee Good gets murdered by ICE 6 minutes from my store. So I just feel like we are on a roll this year. I don't know, like 2026 did not come to play. So yeah. So what's the outcome of the ICE raids going to be for Minneapolis? All right, so the first card that comes up is a 10 of Wands in the past position. And you can see this is a woman walking in the mountains with sticks above her head. And I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's she's carrying sticks above her head in the same way that African women have traditionally carried heavy loads since time immemorial. And so 10 of Wands is an energy card, and it means that there is a lot of energy being expended on a difficult task. And this is upright. So this is in the past, Minneapolis has been through a lot of difficulties, and we've expended a lot of energy on managing those difficulties, largely on our own. You can see this woman is totally alone, with no help, carrying this heavy load. But you can see that she's doing it gracefully, and she's doing it step by step. So it has been a difficult task, one that has tested our limits, but it was a task that, we had the capacity to do, but literally just barely. And that was our past situation. I feel like that's really very accurate, because things were so hard during George Floyd. People like that weren't here, don't have any idea, but it just felt like the world was ending. And it just felt like the death of everything good, and the death of like my faith in every single institution. But we came back from that, I feel, stronger than ever because of our history of activism, because of how we pull together, and because of how we, care for each other. So yeah, that was our past. The next card, this is in the present. This is the 3 of Pentacles, reversed. So the 3 of Pentacles together typically means like teamwork, like a group project where everyone is actually like playing their role. The present situation right now is that people are not working together. Missions and programs and goals are fragmented right now. So people who usually should be working together towards a mutual goal are not. And from what hey, how's it going? Welcome, Echo on pause. So from what I understand, the FBI is investigating the shooting of Renee Good, but has refused to share that information with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Hey, Echo, I'm doing a reading on what the outcome of the ICE raids will be for the city of Minneapolis right now. So once I finish, I'll be able to do a one-card reading for you as well. So just hang tight, and I will get to you. So yeah, so agencies and organizations that typically should be working together are not. So this may, I feel like intuitively this is extending farther than just cooperating with the FBI. So I know that state agencies and local police forces typically support the federal government in lots of ways that may not be public. And I think that as a result of, the current situation, some of those methods of working together are no longer being honored as a result. As a result of the murder of Renee Good and kind of the politics around it, some of the things that have been said, there isn't a flow of information, and folks that are supposed to be working together may not be anymore. And that's the Three of Pentacles. So that's the situation right now. The outcome is a Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles is typically, I think the phrase for it is like balancing your budget. So, I mean, the outcome is that things are going to go out of balance. And this is going to impact the income for the state. And I mean, I feel that right now. Because things are so tense, people are being snatched off highways. They're going door to door in neighborhoods, arresting Americans as well as people who are foreign. People are being physically and sexually assaulted by ICE. And that is going to, I mean, people aren't going out. People aren't spending money. People aren't going to work. School in Minneapolis has been canceled. Parents are not going into work because they're patrolling the schools to try and make sure that their kids are safe. And so that is going to have All right, here we go. So the Two of Pentacles means an unbalanced budget. As a result of the ICE raids, it's really going to impact the income for this state. Maybe the gross production of this state. It's going to trickle into the stability of our state. And Minnesota is a very well-run state, despite what the media has been saying about fraud. We have very strong controls. Our budget is very balanced. We're a very wealthy state because we have honest politicians that spend our money wisely and don't allow things to go for fraud and waste. So we typically have a surplus every year. As a result of this ICE activity, our income is going to be affected. And the thing I don't think that they realize is that their income will also be affected. Yeah, their budgets will also be impacted as a result of this activity that they're having here. What else are the cards saying? Well, I mean, it is a minor arcana card, so it's not like a permanent or really, it's not like a long-term poverty cycle, but I'm going to say at least the first 2 quarters of the year are going to be off because of this ICE activity. And it's going to cut across, all industries in Minneapolis and St. Paul and, you know, our state. Those are kind of the engine, our economic engines are going to sputter, you know, for the first 2 quarters is what I would say. So yeah, so that's my reading for the results of the ICE action. So, Echo on pause. I know that you had a question that you wanted me to do a reading for you for. Let me know in the comments. I'll do a 1-card reading, and what the question is. So I did a reading previously on Instagram, and I mean, look, this isn't good. This whole situation with people being murdered on the streets, people, both citizens and non, being disappeared into ICE centers, you know, unlawful arrests, violations of rights, and overall lawlessness. It's not going to turn out good for anyone. And I think that folks don't really understand the depth of the instability that is coming our way. America's not going to get off scot-free with doing what it's doing. And our way of life is under threat. We are not responding with the urgency that the moment requires. Some of us seem to be under the false apprehension that we can somehow be good enough or obedient enough or on the right side enough to avoid the repercussions, but there is no avoiding this. Once the rule of law has been deteriorates enough, it will impact everyone, whether you're a citizen or not a citizen, whether you are a Republican or a Democrat, and no matter what state you live in. The lawlessness starts at the top and trickles down to the bottom and impacts everyone. So whether you like it or not, we are all connected. We are all impacted. And, you know, we're in a situation where we're not mad enough and we're not seeing how serious it is enough. We are not responding with the urgency that is required of this moment. And it will not turn out well for us. So if somebody wants a reading before I end the live, let me know in the comments, and I can do a 3-card spread for you. Echo on pause, are you still there? Okay, well, it looks like they left. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated with what's going on the ground here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 6 minutes from where Renee Good was murdered. Things are extremely tense. I'm not hopeful about what's going to happen. People need to wake up. People need to understand that no matter who you are or where you live, infringing on someone's rights infringes on your rights as well. So, that said, I am signing off.